I'm getting by with my wicked ways. I'm loading up and I'm taking names.
I'd like to talk to you for a few moments about weight loss. You know, for 17 years I spent as a personal trainer, training people both here and in the United States. You know, I studied physiology and anatomy and I studied nutrition. I got some pretty good results. But I began to realize there was something more that was required to help my clients to achieve weight loss and to permanently keep it off. So I began to look into the psychology of weight loss, how people think, how people feel, how people act. You know, I studied some of the greatest minds in the world. I studied hypnosis, I studied NLP and various levels and disciplines of personal development. And what I began to do is take all of my previous knowledge, you know, as a competitive bodybuilder, as a personal trainer, along with all of my knowledge in psychology. And I created a unique method of blending all of these together to get incredible results with clients for weight loss. You know, and I delivered this in one-to-ones, I delivered it in groups, and even thousands of people that came to my weight loss seminars, both here, in Australia, in a variety of different countries around the world, including the Philippines and so many other countries to name. And what I found was this: you know, we're born with an ability to listen to our body. It's a very simple mechanism. We cry when we're hungry and we stop crying when we're satisfied. And you know, we drink X amount of fluid of milk. But then we become a toddler and we become encouraged to eat. You know, people say to us, finish everything in your plate, you grow up big and strong. You know, if you eat everything, you can have something nice. You can have a dessert. And you begin to become distant from listening to your body because you begin to eat for other reasons, to please other people or to please yourself. And then, you know, when you're really well behaved, you were rewarded with something from the sweet shop, some sweets, some chocolates, some crisps, or something nice, or, you know, you were taken out for a meal, or it was your birthday, you had a birthday cake. And you began to become further and further distanced from your ability to listen to your body. You know, when you think about it now, when you've had a really down day and you're feeling really upset, what do? You turn to food because that's that reward structure. I deserve something. When you've had a really good day, you know, I'm going to celebrate. I deserve something. If you're bored, you eat. You know, we eat to go out. So food is very much becoming a psychological, emotional thing that we do without having actually a requirement to eat. So using hypnosis, what I do is I help you to tap into your subconscious mind, to link back to that ability to know when you're hungry, when you're satisfied, to make the right choices, to become motivated to do exercise, you know, and bang, you have a new set of behaviors. And the moment you have a new set of behaviors, it formulates a new habit. You see, this isn't a short-term remedy because that's what weight loss does. People who go on diets, for example, they have a short-term remedy. They go on a diet, and the whole point about a diet is it's for a period of time. You know, it's not got longevity. You know, there's an end date. And most people who go on a diet, they start because they're in a level of pain, they're in a level of discomfort. So they look at themselves and they go, well, I'm happy with my body, I'm happy with the way I look, I've put on too much weight, so I'm going to do something about it. So they're motivated. They're motivated because they're in pain. So they stick to something that's, you know, kind of very challenging, but they stick to it, you know, gung-ho. Until they begin to lose weight and they begin to become slightly happy with the way they look or the way they feel in their clothes. And then they stop doing those things that they did to help them lose the weight. And they start going back to their previous habits and they gain the weight back and often more. You see, the reason is they were no longer in pain, they were more to pleasure, and their only motivation was pain. And that's not sustainable. You need to have a variety of different motivators in order to achieve your goal. So this is permanent. This is about making permanent changes, like a permanent infrastructure inside of your mind that will help you to change your behaviors, your patterns, your responses. It's not about not liking food. In fact, I can help you make food so much more enjoyable. Imagine this. Imagine that if you liked food, if you enjoyed something so much more than you do currently, you enjoyed it so much more that you'd want so less. Like a connoisseur. That you'd make the right choices, the healthy choices. But it's not about being deprived, you know, because deprivation means anytime you feel deprived, you want that something more. It's about using your mind, learning how to use your mind for you. So listen, if you want to lose weight, if you want to trim up for the summer, if you want to look good, and you want to stay that way permanently, I'm not interested in people who want to lose a stone, 2 stone, 5 stone, 10 stone for a short period of time. I'm interested in people who want to lose that weight permanently. If that's something you want to do, you want to think about hypnosis, because I'm telling you, it's a powerful tool. It's not magic, but it certainly feels like magic.
I'm getting by with my wicked ways.